Hi angels, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. In today's video I am going to try out for the first time this gorgeous new holiday collection palette from Charlotte Tilbury. It is another instant look in a palette, 5-minute face on the go, and this palette is called the Gorgeous Glowing Beauty, and spoiler alert, I think it's gorgeous. I love these palettes. They are perfect for travel. You have a bronzer, a highlighter, 2 cheek colours, 3 eyeshadow colours. The way in which Charlotte Tilbury helps you out with applying your makeup makes it such a wonderful purchase for a beauty novice. The only thing that may stop you is the purchase price of $75 US. So if you'd like to know more about this beautiful palette that I have in my hot little hands, please keep watching. Well guys, it's no secret of mine that I love Charlotte Tilbury products. I probably have more Charlotte Tilbury products in my collection as a brand than any other makeup brand in my makeup stash. The instant look in a palette collections have been something that I have always been a fan of. I have 3 of the 4 palettes. I didn't get the original first one because it was way too light, but I have the Seductive Beauty, the Beauty Glow, and the Smoky Eye Beauty. Love these for travel. I think they are amazing, and so I did want to buy this as well, knowing how much I love these other palettes that I've had in my collection, and I just use them so much. This has got different packaging on it. I love the holiday packaging on this one, slightly different from the normal Charlotte Tilbury packaging, and this is the same sort of design that you will find on her eyeshadow quad packaging. You get a lovely little mirror in here, which is great when you are traveling, so it's perfect for applying your makeup if you are in a hotel and you need to get near some natural light. You've got all your products in here that you need for a full face. As far as powder colour products go, you have a bronzer, you have a highlighter, 2 cheek colours and 3 eyeshadow colours. But you can use any of these shades on your eyes. You can mix and match them, and that's what makes this actually quite a versatile palette. As I said previously, this retails for $75 US. It is available on the Charlotte Tilbury website, Sephora.com and Beautylish.com, which is where I purchased mine. I love Beautylish because even though it's situated in the United States, I can purchase from Beautylish and have it shipped directly to me here in New Zealand. I love their customer service. I love the fact that they take great care in their packaging, and it's one of my favorite shopping sites. Before we get started guys, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. I would truly appreciate it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you are notified of any videos that I upload in the future. Now I do upload weekly. There has been so many new beautiful things that I have been purchasing lately that there's going to be a wee run of 2 videos a week coming up as I try to get through different, mainly eye looks, because I've been buying a lot of eyeshadow palettes. Eyeshadow palettes are my weakness outside of skincare. I just love playing with them, and there's just been too much beautiful eyeshadow palettes come out on the market, and I have definitely shown my weakness. So if you are interested in any other eyeshadow palettes that have been released recently and you would like to see makeup tutorials for the more mature chick with hooded eyes, then I would suggest subscribing and clicking on the notification bell so you don't miss any of those. So I will show you some swatches of what is in this palette, and then if you would like to see how I created this full face look using this gorgeous palette, then please keep watching. Starting off with the number 1 Eye Brighten shade, number 2 Eye Enhance shade, number 3 Eye Smoke shade, number 4 Face Bronze shade, number 5 Cheek Swish shade, number 6 Cheek Pop shade, and number 7, which you can hardly see as it's quite a natural highlight shade, is the 7 Face Highlight shade. So this is such a stunning palette. I am a sucker for the instant look in a palette, 5-minute face on the go palettes that Charlotte Tilbury puts out. This is my 4th one now, and I am just in love with the colours in here. So I've got my base on and lipstick and brows, and we're going to use this palette for the rest of the makeup look. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the bronzer, and after watching Tara Lynn, I do know that this is pretty pigmented, so I am just going to, and even then I probably applied a little bit much, just blending that up. Actually, it's quite a nice tone. It's warm but not orange. I'd suggest it's probably more of a reddy tone. It's actually beautiful. It'd be very, very nice and for the summer. This shade on me, I think. I quite like this. Some of the other palettes that I've got, the bronzes are quite light. This has definitely got pigment and shade to it. Okay, so that's the bronzer. Definitely pigmented. Down, using the bronzer as well, just to go down the sides of my nose. My old zebra stripes, it might be a wee bit too pigmented for that. Tad, so I might take the sponge just to blend that up, blend that in a little bit. I do have a hereditary wide snoz, so I do like to put something down the sides of my nose just to shade a little bit. And I really like the blush shades in here. I'm going to, this cheek shade here is quite pale, so I'm just going to use the pinky shade in here. And I'm going to go in with my Sonia G Cheek Pro brush. once again that's definitely got some pigment to it. Definite pigment. You don't need to dip very much into the palette for that colour. A swish would look like. The swish has some shimmer to it. It's definitely more pigmented than a couple of my other, I'm sitting on an angle, definitely more pigmented than a couple of other of the palettes that I'll show you shortly. So I'm quite happy with that. In fact, I'm very happy with that. Okay, now going in, let's try this. Going in with my Morphe R31 highlight brush, and I'm going to go in with the highlighter. Isn't that funny? Because all the other colours are very pigmented, and I'd say that that's a very natural highlight. It's a little bit of kick up in the palette with the highlighter. I actually seriously don't mind about things like that. I don't get my knickers in a twist over things like that, but some people, it does bother them if there's kick up in the palette. Actually, that is a little bit more pigmented than probably what I first thought. I'm just going to take my La Prairie powder, and I might just cut underneath the bronzer. And why I like doing this is that then I use the powder to continue buffing over the rest of the face. And then I don't leave it sitting very long, and then I just sweep it off straight away. So then I sweep, and then I sweep it up just to buff the cheek area. And then just from the sides of my nose. There we go. Now the fun part. I'm really looking forward to using the eye shades in this palette. They are so gorgeous. Okay, so going in with the number one eye brighten shade, I'm going to take that all over the lid a la Charlotte Tilbury. I have primed my eyes with concealer and powder, and I just love the ease in which these palettes can be used. You can use any of these shades on the eyes as well. You don't need to stick to these three, and when I'm traveling, that's what I do to get different looks. I mean, quite frankly, I love that look. I could wear that look just with eyeliner and I'd be happy as Larry. And Larry's quite a happy little chappy. Okay, so that's the number 1 Brighten shade. Going in with a Morphe M441 brush, I'm going to go in with the second shade called the Eye Enhance shade. So just tapping that in, and then just starting at the outer corner of my eye, and I just love the shades of this. Oh my gosh, I love this more than the Starry Eyes to Hypnotise palette. Absolutely, I just love the shades in here. I can see this fast becoming my number 1 travel palette. And then I'm going to just take that into the upper crease or upper part of my hood there, just to blend it out. Wow, I like that, really like that so far. I'm going to take the Sonia G Crease Pro brush and using the Eye Smoke shade, and I'm just going to gently tap that in the outer. Oh my god, these shades are so gorgeous. Outer corner of the eye, and then just blending that in little circular motions, holding it at the tip of the brush so that I have a very light pressure to get a nice diffused blown out effect rather than it looking quite harsh, and then just blending that up and out. I could really see me using this shade as a smoky all over lid shade. I'm looking forward to trying that. Going to go back in with our second blending colour with the Enhance shade, and then just blending that more into the socket line. And I just like going backwards and forwards and layering, using the same brushes for each colour just to get the finish that I want. Okay, now I'm taking the Sonia G Pro crease brush in the Smoke shade and just running that under my eye. And then I'm going to take this little e.l.f. brush, it's a blending eye brush, and I'm actually going to go in with the Cheek Pop colour. Actually no, I'm not. I'm going to go in with the Cheek Swish colour, and I'm going to just blend that under the eye on top of our Smoke eye shade. Going in with a really small pencil brush, and this is a Morphe with no name. It's all come off. I'm going to go in with the highlight shade, and I'm just going to pop that in the inner portion of my eye. Just under just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Colourpop gel liner in No Shame, which is a purpley colour, add some mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so that's the finished look. using the new Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a palette, the Gorgeous Glowing Beauty. I am in love. I really like it. As I said at the beginning of the video, I have 3 other Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a palettes, and they are my go-to for travel. And I always pop at least one when I am travelling, because you get the whole face look. You've got the blusher, you've got the bronzer, you've got the eye looks. You can use all the other bits and pieces in here for eye looks as well to vary up the looks. What I did want to show you is that after seeing how pigmented the new palette is, the bronze shade doesn't look like it's going to be very pigmented, but it shows up really pigmented in comparison to, say, the smoky palette. The bronzer in here is quite light, and then you have the highlighter in here which is reminiscent of the Bar of Gold highlighter. So this is very goldy as compared to, I think this is just a great neutral fantastic palette. Another palette that I have, the only one I didn't buy was the natural one, which was the first one to come out because it was quite pale. The smoky eye palette, the palette I showed you here, would be I still love it, but would be my least favourite out of the 4. And so that is that one. Then the next one up that I really like is the Seductive Beauty. This is beautiful for a nice smoky look. Now, in comparison to the latest palette, this is definitely more on the mulberry burgundy look. This is very smoky. I like this for a neutral smoky look. And in here, in this one, I quite like the fact that you've got a pink and a peach blush in this palette. So that's in comparison with the new Gorgeous Glowing Beauty. Then what was my favourite out of these palettes was the Beauty Glow. And I think probably because very similar in tones. This is definitely more of a rosy coloured palette with the eyes. This one I love because it's got that smoky burgundy colour in there. And once again, you've got 2 different cheek colours in here that you can play with your eye looks as well. And the bronzer in here is definitely a lot more neutral, cool toned than the warmth that shows up in this latest palette. So hope that helps a little bit with the comparisons. So that was my number 1 favourite until I have purchased this. I love this. This is gorgeous, and it will definitely be a number 1 throw-in for travelling. I'm so happy with this. I love the look. This is, for me, my comfort zone makeup look. This is something that I know I can throw on. If I want to add a black to deepen in the outer corners, I can, and I have that in my smoky palette. So if I did want to chuck a couple of palettes in, I've got a black in here, I've got other colours to play with. I just love being able to chuck these in when I go travelling because you've got so much in a small little palette. Very impressed with this palette, as you can tell, and I love the makeup look that I came up with. If you enjoyed that, guys, please give it a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you are notified when I upload videos. I would really appreciate that, and it would really help out my channel. I hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day. I must admit I am enjoying this beautiful spring day here in New Zealand today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See you later, guys. Bye.